Hello, I'm Eric Reese, and we're here today to do Tai Chi Chuan. And we're going to start by making a fist with the right hand and covering the knuckles with the left. And we're ready to begin. We want to express our wish for your own safety, that you're responsible for your own safety, and hopefully your physician's given you an okay to do these exercises. If you feel any doubt, just pull back, do less. Some exercises, just don't do them at all. And today we're going to do a couple of different things that we haven't covered so much on previous shows. So we're going to start with warming up from a chair. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down, and sometimes I'll turn sideways so you can see the exercise from the side. But I didn't want to leave people out who are chair bound. My best friend was recovering from surgery and did a number of these exercises along with one of my videos, all from a seated position, and told me that it did help him heal faster. Even his doctor was surprised how effective it was. And it was all from sitting in a chair and not even breaking a sweat. So we can do a lot when we're seated. Let's go ahead, and this is also good, by the way, for people who are spending more time seated in front of a computer, doing teleconferencing, all that additional training, and communicating with the boss at work. So you can take little mini breaks throughout the day and keep your body fit. So it's really important to stay healthy, even now more than ever, especially as we're gearing toward a more sedentary lifestyle than even before. So let's start with shoulder loosening. And we begin the deep breathing. Being mindful of the air entering the body through the nostrils. Imagine it going all the way down to the abdomen. And when we exhale, it comes all the way back up and out the nostrils again. So we're doing nose breathing when possible, unless you're too stuffy or have allergies and need to use the mouth. Let's reverse direction. Be aware of the breathing. Working at 70% only, or less if you're healing shoulder injuries or are especially stiff. Good. Let's go ahead and loosen the wrists. Oiling the joints. Joints are a primary place in the body where the chi is blocked. So when we loosen the joints at the beginning of practice, we're ensuring a good flow of energy, which promotes more health, more healing. And let's reverse direction. Wrist loosening. Now, when you pick out a few of these to do on a daily basis, you'll really notice the effects. Give it a few months to work for you. 3 months is a good amount of time before you decide yes or no. After 3 months, keep going, because you will notice some changes that you like, that are positive. You're getting more flexible, more energy, better health. And let's go ahead and we're going to do another one. And this one we inhale and exhale, lean a little bit. You can put your arm on your leg so you don't fear losing balance. Exhale. Inhale. Body straight. Exhale. Imagine this arm is getting heavy and gently drawing you over to the side. Inhale. Now this exercise is more about exercising the discs between the vertebrae, more about that than about stretching. So it's not really a stretching exercise. So less is more. Exhale. We're massaging the discs. So if you know anybody with dried up or brittle discs, in their spine or neck, it causes a lot of big problems. So when we gently massage the discs like this, then we're preventing a whole lot of pain and suffering in the future. Exhale. And relax. And let's do one from the 8 pieces of brocade, looking backwards. Now we can even add a deeper stretch here. So we're going to turn and look back. If we like, we can put the arm on the back of the chair and go a little bit farther. You could even grab, if you can reach the back of the chair, you could just do a very gentle pulling. But this is making the exercise a little more calisthenic than we typically do in most of our Qigong. But that will work as long as it's not causing harm. So we look back. And relax and look back. So you can do it with or without the arm on the back of the chair. Go very soft. Stretch the eyes back as far as you can see. You get a stretch for the eyes. And we could even grab and twist. And grab, if you like, twist. And relax. You might hear some popping going on there. Okay, stretching the spine another way. We're going to put the left hand on the breastbone and the right hand near the navel. And we're going to bow and come up. Moving the spine like a serpent. Bow, come up. I'm going to turn sideways so you see the action. It's like a wave. And relax. Okay, good. Next one, we can't use our knees and do our usual circles, our knee rotations. So what we're going to do is massage the knees, give them some love, warm the hands by rubbing them together, and now massage the knees and imagine that heat energy going in from your hands right into the joint. And the more you can imagine it, you can visualize the energy like a deep orange reddish glow, or golden like the sun, which is the energetic color of healing, and massage, and then go the other way. Warm the knees. Okay, good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put one leg out, resting on the heel, and be very mindful here. Make sure that you're not overdoing it. We're going to let our fingers do the walking and walk down toward the foot. Hold it for a count of 3 or 3 breaths. Come up and slide the hands up. Let our fingers do the walking down toward the ankle. Later, you may grab the tip of the foot, gently pull back. Either way, you're pulling the foot back towards you, stretching the ankle. And come up. And we'll do one more. Let the fingers do the walking. Notice in all of these, I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. And come up. Let's do the other side. Foot resting on the heel. Now you might only be able to go down to your knee, which is fine in the beginning. You might go halfway down the shin, all the way to the ankle, eventually grabbing the tip of the foot. And slide up and walk the fingers back down. And up and back down. And up. So remember, the most important thing is not to overdo it. It's very important we understand the difference between loving ourselves, self-loving. Your body loves that message. So when you're in that self-loving mode, of course when you exercise, when you practice, your body is getting the signal you're doing this because you care about it. All the cells are listening all the time. So you're sending a very important healing message to your body when you work out. I'm doing this because I care about you. And the opposite of self-love, of course, is self-loathing. I don't care about you. And so when the body gets that message, it doesn't work right. It doesn't function. It's not healthy. And it's getting sicker and sicker the longer it receives that message. It's very important to understand that Qigong and Tai Chi are mind-body practices. And we hear this word mindfulness thrown around a lot now. It's like a buzzword. But do we really know what it means? So your body is always listening to your mind. What are your thoughts? What are your actions? Actions speak louder than words, right? So let's be sure to practice. And the next one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do an exercise called Child Worshipping Buddha. So the hands look like a prayer position in front of the heart. Now notice my elbows are out to the side, they're not down. Notice the difference in your wrists when you hold your hands like this versus this. Now you can feel the stretch. There's all kinds of subtle ways that Qigong is exercising the body. So this is the position here. And now I'm going to lift my heel. This may be where you want to stay for a while. Or lift the foot off the floor. Or extend the leg out and hold it there. And we'll do about a count of 5. Lift the knee and then return the foot to the ground. Lift the heel. If you want to go farther, lift the foot. Now we're engaging our abdominal muscles. Or extend. Lift the knee, then return the foot to the floor. So I'll do one facing sideways. Child worshipping Buddha, lifting the leg, wow, notice all the muscles that are engaged when you hold that leg up, muscles that are rarely being worked any other way. Lift the knee, other side, extend, lift the knee, return the foot. Okay, so you want to make that one harder? Hold it for a count of 10. How about 20 or longer? And then of course there's the standing version, which is the way we usually do it in my classes. But look how much we can work the body from the floor. Let's do one called the spleen exercise. The feet are shoulder width apart. And it's very important to sit correctly. So even in seated meditation, if you're using a chair to meditate, your body position is very important. Good posture, even sitting. So look at my body here. I'll explain something about good posture. 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. So 3 90s, okay? Ankle, knee, hip. So nothing's out of alignment. We're not going to sit like this. We're not going to sit like this, okay? All right, and the feet are flat on the floor. The toes aren't up, the heels aren't up. So when you're sitting in a chair for other reasons, you might want to think about these alignments. And then you're getting a workout even when you're reading or watching TV or eating. Okay, so the spleen exercise. We're going to go ahead and look through the tiger's mouth. So it looks like the shape of a tiger's mouth. This area between thumb and forefinger in Chinese martial arts is called the tiger's mouth. But when we put the fingers together like this, we actually see the tiger's mouth. And we look in the middle, bring it overhead, and twist the waist left and right. Massaging the spleen. So we're getting a massage for the internal organs when we do Qigong. Inside healthy, outside healthy. Twist. And relax. Okay, very good. We can also do Tai Chi form from the chair. And I'm just going to do the beginning so you get an idea. Commencement. In the chair, I'm not going to turn all the way to the right or left. Instead, I'm going to turn part way. I'm not moving my knees. This way, I'm isolating the stretch to the waist. And we're not going to be too particular about what direction we're facing. Instead, just be very soft, non-judgmental, and self-critical. How many of us are always judging ourselves, always criticizing ourselves? Is that self-loving or self-loathing? You see, it's so easy to fall into these little traps. And now we do cross hands. Separate the hands and relax. Let the arms hang all the way down so you can really check the shoulders. Are they soft, loose, relaxed? I'll do it once facing the other way. Commencement. Gently stretch. Have awareness of your whole body being straight, then relax. Grasp bird's tail to the right. Grasp bird's tail to the left. Ward off, roll back, press, push. Cross hands. Close. I'm going to go through that one more time because I think I switched sides halfway through. So we're doing commencement and I'm mirroring you, we're supposed to. Grasp bird's tail right, grasp bird's tail left, and ward off. Roll back, press, push, cross hands, close, and take a rest. Okay, now I'm going to get up. So we're going to do something else we haven't done on the series. And we're going to focus on some walking backwards exercise. So there's been some exciting new studies about walking backwards. You might start to see people doing it more and more. I've seen people at the health clubs walking on the treadmill backwards, and I see people in the park sometimes walking backwards, or even around the neighborhood. So they've proven this is not only very good for the body, but also very good for the brain and helping balance in another way. So we all need to work more on balance. Okay, so walking backwards. If you can see this line on the floor, can we see this? Okay, when I step backward behind the front foot, I want to be directly behind it. So if I'm standing on a line, my front foot is on that line, and the middle of my back foot is on the line, right behind it. What we never want to do is cross our legs when we step backwards, because this can lead to tripping, falling. So we want to step behind the foot and stay stable. Now I'm going to step back behind the heel of the front foot. And when I straighten the front foot, I'm turning it on the heel. The heel stays on the ground. Then I lower the toes and relax. I want to check, pull it back, and see if the heel hits the arch of the back foot, the middle of the back foot. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few more steps. I'll do some away from the camera. And notice again, when we go slow, it's much more challenging. We're working the small muscle groups in the legs. This is what's going to help us improve balance as we age. Stepping back. And the front foot ends up straight. The back foot ends up about 45 degrees off the front foot. We don't want to see it at a 90-degree angle. That's a little too open for the hip. Unless you cannot do it any other way. Then that way, of course, would be the right way for you. The right way for your body. Now watch me do it sideways, from the side. So I'll actually stand where my feet are near that line. Although in my first step, I won't exactly be on that line. I'm stepping off the line. But if I pull my foot back, the heel hits the middle of the back foot. I step over here. Now I'm back on the line, right behind the foot. You can test for yourself. Step back. Now if you see your heel hitting your toes when you're checking, you're crossing your legs. Again, this is an awkward position. So if you were in a fight and somebody kicked this leg, they would get the back leg too. Bad idea. That's called a 2-for-1 deal, but it's not to your favor. Okay, now we're going to add an arm movement. And in Tai Chi form, where we learn how to walk backwards is on a move called Repulse the Monkey. So the names from Chinese, they have different meanings. And some things get lost in translation, of course. But when we talk about meditation, often the busyness of the mind is referred to as the monkey mind. Whenever we seek to quiet the mind, it starts chattering. Sometimes you might experience that when you're ready to go to sleep and you're very physically tired, but as soon as you start to turn everything off and shut down, the mind gets too busy to sleep. That's the monkey mind. In meditation, the first part of meditation is learning how to relax and let the monkey mind become quiet. So in this movement, Repulse the Monkey, it's almost like we're working on a meditation in spite of that chattering monkey mind. So the arm movement now, we're just going to look at that. We're going to break it down. We're going to make a little circle to the ear, like we're listening for something. And then push forward. Same side. Circle the hand to the ear. Relax so it comes down in front of the body and push. One more. Circle. Push. Now, other side. This movement has the same arm position as a movement we've already worked on in the beginning of Tai Chi called brush knee. So they're like a brother and sister posture. The circle is the same, the push the same. Now I'm going to do both arms. Uh-oh, okay. Now I'm walking and chewing gum. Then we're going to add the stepping. This hand protects me from an attack while I circle. Maybe I'll block back here. Somebody's attacking from back here. They're throwing a punch, or I'm grabbing them. Other side. Push and pull. Very basic martial arts technique. I grab somebody and pull them right into my punch, right into the strike, or right into a push. Circle, push and pull. Circle, push, pull. And now we do it with the stepping. I'm going to start by moving forward and stepping away from the camera. Now I'm mirroring you. So your right foot's forward, your right hand is pushing. Now we sink the weight. Circle as we step. Straighten the front foot. Circle as we step. Straighten the front foot. Now, I think you can see why we broke it down the way we did in order to learn it, because if we hadn't done that, and you tried to put it all together at once in the beginning, you'd be having your own breakdown right now. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. And we're going to repulse the monkey. It's like I'm taking that busyness out of my brain and pushing it away, giving it away to the universe, which accepts everything. And it doesn't hurt it. It's so grand and vast that it can take all our negativity and not be injured or insulted. Okay, I'm going to do it sideways now. Repulse the monkey. Push and pull. Repulsing the monkey. Now when we get fancy, we could do a pivot. If we have limited space, like I do here, we could just turn on the ball of the foot and go the other way. Don't try this at home, right? So you want to be in a class where the teacher can observe you and see if you're ready to do more advanced practices. Again, I'll do the pivot. And we relax. I hope you enjoyed that, learning Repulse the Monkey and the importance of walking backwards. So in China, you'll often see a couple linking arms or holding hands, and they're practicing walking backwards where one of them is the scout and they're going to make sure they don't walk into a tree or another person, and the other one can just walk backwards feeling safe. So you might want to link up with a friend and go ahead and walk through the park like that and do a little bit like that, as well as your regular forward walking, and experience those additional health benefits. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ready to close up. We talked a little bit about meditation. Hopefully we do that every class. And actually this is a standing meditation position. My teacher called it the cosmic stance. And it's like my arms are wrapped around a tree. So if you want to start really learning how to meditate, martial arts style, you do it standing up. If that's a little rough on the body, do it seated. Fingers are about 3 inches apart. and you hold it for as long as you're comfortable. With more experience, you can hold it for 30 minutes or more without fatigue and without mental boredom or stress. But you have to condition the body and the mind both to get used to meditating longer time. In the beginning, 3 minutes. See if you can hold it for 3 minutes. Standing or sitting, you'll find it's quite challenging. And now we're going to step over with the left foot. Tai Chi circle breathing, guiding the energy down. Okay, wonderful job, and I appreciate all the viewers that are watching, and I'm getting to learn a little bit about you even though we've never met in person, so I appreciate the communication that I'm receiving when the videos are posted, and it's great to hear that you're getting something out of it, so thank you for that. Visit my website, silktigertaichi.com, silktigertaichi, all one word, .com, and I'll see you next time. We'll make a fist with the right hand, cover the knuckles, and clap.